Hello beautiful people, thank you for tuning in. I'm Akira, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you one of my chest workouts. First thing you gotta do is warm up your shoulder cuffs. So what I recommend is doing 15 laterals this way. You can also do these with a band. 15 laterals this way, and then 15 this way, up and down. What this does is it warms up your rotator cuffs in your shoulders. This helps you from snapping yourself up, especially when you go to lift really heavy. I've been very fortunate to avoid shoulder cuff injuries, and I think it's because I take care of my shoulders. Also, being a dancer for so long, I've had to really be careful with that. Also, I recommend doing this one. You'll stand, when you're doing this one, can you show me, can you see it from the side? When you're doing this one, when you're standing against the wall, make sure you press your back against the wall. That way your shoulders have something to pivot off of. You want your elbows out 90 degrees from your body, just like that. I noticed that when I do this here versus doing it in the air, I'm able to put more emphasis on my shoulder cuff and less on my deltoid, if that makes sense. So anyways, the other one I like to do is I like to warm up the back side of my delts. I'm sorry, my shoulder cuffs. Just raising the dumbbells like this. So if you see me from the side, basically raising it out, straight out to you. And when I do that, I'm not trying to focus on going to failure. I'm actually focusing on just warming up my shoulders. So I'll do 15 laterals, 15 upright, and then 15 rear delt raises, just like this. Just standing vertical. Not really trying to do anything fancy. I'm not trying to train rear delts. Not in this position here. Okay? So when I do this, I take my time to warm up my deltoids. My shoulders. So that takes me about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, next, let's get started on that chest lift. All right, the next thing you do is pre-exhaust your chest. What I like to do is 15 to 20 reps with some lightweight dumbbells, just like this. Now you want to think of a 2-second negative, that's the part where you're going down, and a 2-second positive. Keep your breath in, let it out on the way up. Just like that. And you want to make sure when you're doing this one, you want to make sure you hold your chest up. So that means when your whole point of taking a deep breath is it lifts your chest up. You want to focus on holding your chest up when you're bringing the weight down. And as you're pressing the weight up, you're still holding your chest up. What you don't want to do is you don't want to let the air out too fast to where your chest drops. And then you're just pushing it with your arms. So don't be fooled by losing the connection with your chest. You're trying to put as much blood into the muscle as possible. So it's a 2-second negative and a 2-second positive. Again, you're going light. You can do 4 sets with that. And the rest interval is about 30 seconds between each set. The next thing you're gonna do to pre-exhaust your chest are dips. You can do these weighted or do this with your own body weight. I suggest doing it with your body weight first, just to warm up. Deep breath. And up. And when you come up, don't stop halfway. You want to focus on coming up and really pressing. Think of the cable flies when you're coming down on the machine, pressing down. You want to think of bringing your elbows all the way through, coming down, so you get that maximum contraction in your chest. So, again, deep breath. And up. Up. Just like that. You can do about 15, 20 reps. You're not going to failure here. You're just trying to get as much blood into the muscle as possible. Now, the fortunate thing for our gym here at Stay Fit, they also have this spotted dip assisted machine. Some people don't have the strength to do those dips with their own body weight, especially for so many reps. So what you can do is you can hop on this machine here, set the weight to add some more spotted assistance coming up. One knee on at a time. Same thing. All right, and I do that for 2 to 3 sets. At this point, my chest will already be exhausted and that swole feeling. I'll have my chest will be full of blood and I'm ready to go. Now, it's important that when you're doing these dips, the intent isn't to go for a world record on how many dips you can do per set. So you're not trying to, push through it really quick. You want to focus on doing them one at a time. You want to avoid this. You don't want to be this guy here at the gym. Okay? That's how you end up on awkward gym moments. And that's our goal, to make sure you're not that guy. All right, next, working sets. Here we go, compound movement. All right, here we are, we're at the bench. It's compound movement. When you do this one, I start off with my first set. It's 15 reps, it's really light. So when I go, I like to put my hands at the edge of the line, just like that. Now when you disengage the bar, take a deep breath. Disengage the bar like this. Lower it down. Deep breath. And up. For some people who suffer from pre-existing shoulder cuff injuries, they can't go down all the way, so they stop at a certain point to prevent that fatigue in their shoulder. So when you lower it down, you stop just above their chest and then back up. It's important that you train as long as you want properly, and it's important that when you train in an area where your body's gonna get the most out of the exercise. So if it hurts you to go all the way down to touch your chest and go back up, then just stop just slightly above your chest. Fortunately, I don't have any shoulder cuff injuries, so I can go all the way down and go back up. You know, just like how I demonstrated with the dumbbells. It's important that when you do this one, it's how you take a deep breath and you hold your chest up the whole time. That's what's gonna allow you to make the most connection to those muscles in your chest. So here we go, you're gonna do 15, just like this. Up. What you don't wanna do, you don't wanna be this guy. Okay, throwing up the weight. Not yet, at least. Focus on properly warming up your muscles so that way you avoid injury, and also so that you get the most connections in your body. So, okay, back to the bench. What I like to do is I like the pyramid set. That means I start off with 15, add some more weight, then I do 12, add some more weight, then I do 10, then so on and so forth. As it starts to come down, I do as much as 5 to 6 sets. On my final set, I'll do as little as 2 to 3 reps. And I'm gonna have my buddy Andrew here demonstrate. Buddy Andrew here is going to demonstrate the bench. Go ahead. So, typically when we do a triple drop set, hold on one second. Typically when we do a triple drop set, when you do this one, I'm gonna show you also how the spotter is gonna come into play on this one. Ready?
Yep.
When you spot, it's important that when you spot the person underneath, you can do it 2 ways. You can hold it from a deadlift grip, under grip, or some people even prefer this curl position here. I prefer a deadlift grip. Now it may sound like common sense, but some people actually don't know this. Don't spot your partner uneven. That means don't put all the assistance on one side. That's gonna mess him up, okay? It's important that when you grab the bar, you're putting just as much focus on spotting him, just as balanced as he's trying to lift this weight. Ready? Yep. Just do 2 reps. All right, 1, 2, up. Now as he comes down, notice how my hands stay on the bar the whole time. Right? Bracket. Good. When you start adding a whole lot of weight, you gotta realize you're not maxing out and you're not a power lifter here. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to train with the weight. So as a spotter, I'm purposely gonna keep my hands on the bar and I'm gonna spot them a certain percentage. That can range anything from 5 to 20%, depending on how he's connecting with the weight. Now again, let's assume the weight's really heavy. He just did his first set of 2 to 3. Then we're gonna drop the weight. This is called a drop set, right? And then good. And he's gonna disengage the bar. And go, good. Just do like 5 reps. Good. Perfect. Just like that. All right. So I have the training routine listed on the page. You'll see how we pyramid down, and then when we get to the drop sets, we actually do a triple drop set. We just keep on shedding weight, and the weight goes from 2 to 3 on the first set. Next set is 10 reps. Next set is 15 to 20 reps. with like little to nothing on the bar. And it's very humbling because you'll have like basically nothing on the bar. And it's very difficult. All right, on to the next exercise. Thanks, buddy. All right, the next thing you do is an incline. And I'll show you. When I do the incline, I always like to start off with my first set, 15 reps, pretty light, just so I connect with the next set of muscles that I'm going to go through a lot of stress. So what you're gonna do, sit back, again, your hands are in the same grip as you would do bench on the flat. Deep breath. Again, make sure your thumbs are in an overgrip. Careful of the suicide grip because the bar can slip out of your hands and drop down on your throat and kill you. So hands are over just like this. Deep breath. Hold your chest up, down, and up. It's important that when you're lifting this weight, you go up, don't try to lock your arms all the way out because that takes tension off your chest. Keep your arms slightly bent so that way all the tension is still in your chest. It should feel like your chest is flexed the whole time. Constant time under tension. So again, 15 reps with a light weight. That's your warm up. Then, once we get into our working sets, you can do 4 sets of this next particular exercise. What I like to do, so I'll add even more weight. I'll do 10 reps, 10 positives, and the count goes. It's 2 seconds on the negative, 1 second on the positive. So here we go. So 10 positives, that's how I think of it, and then 5 negatives. So it's like this, deep breath. Just like this. Down and up. So I just did 10, right? And then I'm gonna stop me for the next 5. So here we go, slow negative. That means I'm gonna focus on bringing the bar down as slow as I can. And I give him a countdown. 3, 2, 1, up. And he spots me on the positive. Again, repeat. 3, 2, 1, up. Okay. So you can do 4 sets in that particular cycle. So he's gonna go 10 reps, 10 positives, and then 5 negatives. It's important that you have a spotter who's as awesome as mine. Thanks, Andrew. So again, 2 seconds on the negative, 1 second on the positive. Now when you get to the negatives, you just wanna go as slow as you can. Now the slower you go, the more fractures you're gonna put into those muscles in your chest and those surrounding areas of your body. So 4 sets of that. All right, on to the next. All right, next, on to decline. This is the one that builds the lower portion of your chest. I'm gonna show you how we do this one. Climb on like this. Got the bar, same position as a regular bench. When you do this one, I like to start off my first set. 15 reps. Bring it down. Up. Up. Now it's important when you're doing decline bench to get an even greater emphasis on your lower chest. Watch my elbows. Bring it down and try to keep your elbows by your sides. What that does is it allows you to put more tension on your lower chest and less with your arms. So, with decline, I like to do 15 reps with a light weight, just like that. Then, I add some more weight, and I do what I call a rest pause. I disengage the bar, and I hold it at my chest for 2 to 3 seconds, and I press up. I do 5 reps like that. Then I continue after those 5 reps, 10, 15 reps after that. So it's like this. Andrew, can you come in this spot real quick? Yep. It's important when you're going to this one, because you're going to include the rest pause, you're increasing the time under tension, so your muscles will fail a lot faster than normal. Ready? 1, 2, 3, lift. So when I bring it down, you can let go of the bar. I bring it down, deep breath. I hold it down right at my chest. 1, 2, 3, up. Bring it down. 1, 2, 3. So I do 5 reps like that. And after that 5, I do 10 to 15 reps following that. And I repeat that 4 sets. And the rest intervals there is between, you know, how much time it takes between you and your partner to do those sets, or if you're by yourself, I give myself about a minute and a half to rest, and then I repeat. Okay, now with the decline bench, what I do is I superset between each set. After I finish one set, one working set on the decline bench, I come over for here the dips, and I do as many as possible. So again, same concept, deep breath, down. When you're doing your dips to your chest, you want things to lean forward. That does. It puts all the tension up front. Versus when you lean back, it puts all the tension in your triceps and your back. Since we're training chest, you want to keep as much tension as possible in the front. So again, lean forward on your dips. So your dips are as much as possible. I can't talk today. So I like to superset decline with dips. 4 sets together, all of that. All right, next. All right, on this next set you're gonna do, you're gonna superset flat dumbbell, flat press with push-ups as much as possible. So again, dumbbell press is just like how we did in the pre-exhaustion in the very beginning. Deep breath. Press up. At this point, you just chase the pump. You can add a weight that you can do 20 reps with, but you're gonna do about 15. Not going to failure yet. But you're gonna bring yourself all the way up to the edge of failure. Again, deep breath. No. The pace is basically a 2-second negative and 1 second positive. Up. Just like that. You can do 12, 15 reps. Down. Dumbbell flat press. Then you're gonna superset that with push-ups as many as possible. Nothing fancy to it, just regular push-ups. Deep breath. Keep your chin up. All right, yeah. So as many as possible. 4 sets all together. All right, on to the next.
1.
Ready? Mm-hmm. All right. What you can do with these cable crossovers coming down. The focus here next is on the lower portion and the middle of your chest. Set the cables all the way up to the top. Set it to a light weight. You're gonna do 15 to 20 reps. Again, the rep count is high. It's all volume at this point. So take a deep breath. Stand directly between the cables and beneath the above arch. So a deep breath. I like to do this with my feet apart, like this much. My back is flat, chin is up, and I come down just like this. It's important that when you do this one, take a deep breath and connect. Focus on making the connection and how you squeeze, contract, chest. You can also do this one with 1 foot forward and 1 foot back, lunge position. I tend to get a little off balance this way, but I encourage you to find what you're strongest with, what you're most comfortable with. Me, I prefer both feet in front of me or beside me like this. Deep breath. Just like that. Notice my palms, when I bring it down, my palms are, my knuckles are touching, just like that. So, 20 reps with that one. Then you're gonna superset with this one here. Find a decline bench. Fortunately, this is great. Then this is kind of fancy. When you do this one, climb on. You can do this one with the dumbbells actually touching together like this. So the dumbbells are actually going to be facing each other just like this. Make sure when you do this one, bring it down with your pinkies up the whole time. So again, here we go. Decline, dumbbell press. So here, just like that. Deep breath. Nope. Just like that. Notice the position of my hands. This just helps me get a tighter contraction, a much stronger squeeze versus this position here. Also, I notice when I turn my my fists up, I tend to feel it more in my arms. So again, pinkies up, deep breath. Feel it all in your chest. Contract. Contract. Drop the weight. That. And repeat. So you're gonna do that one there. 15 to 20 reps. Again, the rep count is kind of high, so make sure you pick a weight that's realistic. Don't try to do 300-pound dumbbells for 20 reps and be disappointed that you only got 3. Okay, that's my chest lift. Big shout out, thank you to Stay Fit Gym. Thank you for allowing me to film these videos and share this experience with you. Encourage you getting here. Everyone that's coming out watching these videos, all my friends, come out and check out this gym. It's the best one in Brevard. Thank you to Andrew for helping me out. Thank you, camera person behind the camera, wifey.